Welcome everybody to the Survivor Series. Big pay-per-view here on the channel now. The pre-show match was the Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldog and Tyler Breeze. Bulldog won by pinning his tag partner. That's weird. But we gotta quickly go to ringside. We gotta quickly get behind the commentary because apparently Savannah Gardner, who we haven't seen all month, has apparently been jumped backstage and is now currently fighting for her life against two divas who we saw last week, the two twin daughters of CM Punk. They appear to have jumped Savannah backstage, and let's find out how that one's going for them. We better find out how that one's going for them backstage, because I'm not sure that one's going to go too well. Because Savannah's an absolute warrior, and she'll probably be beating... Yep, Savannah is fighting back against these two women. She's got a disadvantage because she's on her own, and there's two of them. But they seem to have attacked her in their evening gowns, which is probably not a good idea for them. It looks like Savannah was going to be here tonight, and the two of them and their on and off leader Jennifer did not want Savannah in the building, and so they're doing something about it. Well, trying to. As I said before, it's not particularly going very well. Although they are now starting to take Savannah down a bit more. Jennifer obviously doesn't want Savannah here tonight for some reason. Or somebody doesn't want Savannah here. I assume Jennifer, because she's been known to be a close friend of these two before. And Savannah is currently getting the absolute hell beaten out of her. Oh, straight into that packing case. Oh, her head into that packing case. Savannah's getting beaten down here. She spins around, big DDT. Savannah's powerful, but 2-on-1 is numbers nobody can take, really. She's got her up. Oh no, this is it. She's gone for the go to sleep. Right onto the bare knee. Savannah Gardner looks like she's been knocked to shit out backstage. I don't know what's going to happen here, but Savannah has been knocked out backstage by the two twin daughters of Punk. So, yeah. Looks like Savannah, who made it to the arena tonight, is going nowhere but to the hospital. We're going to have to get on to the next match while the EMTs deal with Savannah, because the pay-per-view's got to go on. That was not sportsmanlike behaviour for those two women. Savannah was just coming to watch the show. She's not even booked on the show. She's coming to watch. But now we're going into a singles match. John Cena with his benefactor, Mr. McMahon, behind him, going up against Bubba Ray Dudley with his brother Devon in his corner. It recently was discovered that John Cena and Randy Orton's contracts had been bought by Vince McMahon. Well, partially by Vince McMahon and partially by Triple H. Vince McMahon and Triple H appear to have gone into business with each other. Well, again, you know, with what little money's left after WWE hit the docks. And some of their old talent, John Cena, is still loyal to Vince and has been bought by the chairman of the board. And now Vince McMahon, who is at ringside in a tuxedo, is here to, well, he's trying to take over, frankly. He's got John Cena, he's got Randy Orton, and who knows who else is going to be under his, under Vince McMahon's little regime. So far it's just Cena and Orton. But who else could it be? I mean, here come the Dudleys. We're going to find out tonight whether one of the Dudley boys will defeat Cena, and obviously the Dudleys are due to face off with the main event eventually. You know, they're in the #1 contendership, so it's Cena versus Bubba Dudley, and John Cena's wasting no time because I don't think Mr. McMahon pays by the hour, because he's going straight after Bubba. He takes Bubba out of that big clothesline off the ropes. My table's backstage. I still don't know why those gibbering idiots Lawler and Cole are at ringside. Well, Cena's got Bubba now. Oh, Cena's head banged off that table. Irish whip Bubba Ray onto the table. Big head bash over the top. Cena's back in the ring. Bubba Ray Dudley and John Cena going at it here. Cena rolls Bubba over, he grabs the neck and he's pulling back on those arms, but Bubba's nowhere near hurt enough to be finished here. Bubba Dudley is not ready to go yet. Cena with the big elbows. He runs across to Bubba. Bubba gets him with a big clothesline though. Rolls him over. He's got the neck, he's got the shoulders. But no, Bubba's not hurt in the slightest yet. What Cena needs to remember is Bubba Ray Dudley is a big man and takes a lot of time to take out big men. Big Irish whip there from Cena. Takes Bubba, slams him on his back, runs across. Cena's back on his feet though, or rather was. Not so much anymore. Oh, Cena with the "you can't see me," but misses Bubba. Cena with a big elbow to the back of the head of Bubba Ray Dudley. Cena's just peppering Bubba with big punches to the face. Irish whip into the corner. Cena goes for that corner spear but misses. Rolls out the way of Bubba's kick, however. But Bubba still gets control of the move. Big drop kick there from Cena. Cena saluting to Bubba there. A cocky individual. Big shoulder barge. Irish whip into the corner. Big spear. Grabs the legs. Bashes his back on the floor. He's on the top. Down with a big leg drop. Cena's gone back up again for another repeat of that leg drop. But Bubba gets the neck breaker on Cena. And down goes Cena. Bubba's peppering the shoulders and neck of Cena with those punches. Cena out pressures Bubba, grabs him, gets him up, going for it, no! Bubba with the reversal and the back DDT. Bubba with the elbow to the face. Bionic elbows. Bionic elbow. Cena's out in the middle of the ring. Bubba's going for the pin. Cena kicks out at 1 because that's what John Cena does. Slams Bubba over, drops the punch to the face. Bubba's got him. Bubba bomb. Cena left his back exposed, but still kicks out of the Bubba bomb. Ducks under, slams Bubba on his neck. Cena's going for it, the 5-knuckle shuffle. Steps over Bubba, down comes the fist to the face. Rolls Bubba onto his front. He's locked it in. He's locked it in. He's locked it in. And Bubba is tapping. But Devon was on the apron and he didn't see Bubba Ray tap out. Cena locks in a Boston Crab. Bubba taps the second time. The referee saw that one. The referee rings the bell. John Cena wins this match against Bubba Ray Dudley by submission. John Cena, part of Vince McMahon's little army of bitches who he's bought. John Cena and Randy Orton, the only 2 members of that so far, but who knows who Vince McMahon will buy. He seems to have found some money. He must have either left it down the back of the sofa or he sold his daughter. I'm not sure which one. But Vince McMahon somehow has some money. Hang on, come to think of it, I haven't seen Shane in... Oh my God, Vince sold his son! Oh my God, Vince sold his son! I haven't seen Shane McMahon in a while. Jesus Christ, Vince McMahon sold his son. Well, either way, we've got to go to the next match. Vince McMahon has bought John Cena, he's bought Randy Orton, and John Cena picks up a victory over Bubba Ray Dudley by submission. The next match on the show, however, we're now getting into the important stuff. It's an Extreme Rules match. It's the European title. It's Wade Barrett, and it is Mick Foley. Who's going to win this match? Who's going to either hold on to or become the European champion? But this is for the European title. Wade Barrett won the title last month and he hasn't appeared since because Wade Barrett is working from the Brock Lesnar School of Entertainment, which is win a championship and fuck off and appear at pay-per-views when you want. Wade Barrett is playing that card. He said he'll appear from time to time, but he said he's not going to be on every show. He's the champion. You should pay to see the champion. And so Wade Barrett is now facing off against Mick Foley. It's an Extreme Rules match, which means it's Foley's home field advantage. But however, Foley and Barrett have had a match before, and Barrett won. So this is an interesting situation. Foley and Barrett faced each other. The first person Barrett defeated on his undefeated run towards this becoming the champion, winning the IC title and rebranding it as the European Championship, was Mick Foley. Barrett defeated Foley with a bullhammer and went on to win the Intercontinental Championship. And now here's Foley here to challenge him for the European title because the Intercontinental Championship, Wade Barrett decided, was beneath him. And the title should represent the great nation of Europe instead. And so Wade Barrett is here. He's facing off against Mick Foley. Foley's got a trash can and Barrett's got a ladder. Foley was swinging that trash can, but Barrett got the punch in too quick. What you got to remember is Wade Barrett is a bare knuckle boxer by trade. So whilst Mick Foley is a good hardcore wrestler, Barrett has got the speed advantage with punches and kicks. But Foley's got the trash can, and I don't care who you are and how good you are at street fighting, nobody ever is ready for a trash can to the face. Oh, right on the ladder. He flips over Barrett. Foley's got the trash can now. He smashes the trash can into Barrett's beard. Right into the back of his knees with that trash can. Foley's got him. Body slams him on the ladder. The ladder shoots up into the air and out of the ring. Foley tosses the trash can down onto Barrett. He's got him up for a bear hug. He's locked in a bear hug. He's squeezing Barrett's ribs. Squeezing the ribs of Barrett, but not enough to hurt him. Barrett's got some head injuries, but... Oh, Foley with a quick scoop slam there. Hits him in the face with that trash can. Barrett gets a reversal, kicks Foley in the balls. Barrett was going to suplex Foley onto that trash can, but Foley was too quick for him. Foley slipping outside the ring again. He's going under that same side of the ring. He's got a table. Foley's just pulled out a table. Oh, there's a man in the front row who appears to have come to the wrestling event with an acoustic guitar. And he's just gladly handed a $500 acoustic guitar to Mick Foley, who's then proceeded to make Wade Barrett bleed with it. Foley setting up a table in the corner. Or not, he appears to have changed his mind. Reversing Barrett like that. He's got Barrett in the abdominal stretch, but he breaks it almost immediately. That table's balanced against the ropes. He's got Barrett up, drops him on the floor. Barrett's got the table now. Foley's taking it back. He runs and he smashes Barrett in the face with that wooden table. Barrett's got him, he's dragging him over to the table. He's placed him back first against that table. Foley's laid on the table now. He's just been hitting the bollocks while he lies there. Foley staggers back to his feet and gets back off the table. Big DDT on Barrett. Oh no, Mick, you're not! That table's on fire! Foley's just lit the table on fire. Of course Mick Foley lit the table on fire. It's Mick Foley! That's what he does. Mick slams Barrett's head smack down into the floor there. That table's on fire and Foley's taking Barrett up to the top rope. I don't think he'll hit the table from there, but Foley's damn straight gonna try. Top rope suplex! No, he missed the table by about 30 feet. Big flaming table. What do we do here? Foley just throws Barrett stomach first into that table. Foley with the double arm DDT. Barrett's head bounces off the floor with that double arm DDT. But Mick Foley can't... It doesn't appear that Mick Foley is willing to rest while there is a flaming table that hasn't had somebody put through it. And the table collapses. Now the ring's on fire. Wonderful. No, the flames went out when the table collapsed. Barrett and Foley going at it though. Foley's more up for these hardcore matches than Barrett. Foley lobs the table over the top rope. And he's running off with the table outside. About as fast as a man in his mid-50s with a knee injury can. Barrett's got a steel chair and Foley felt it to the back of his brain. Whatever's left of Mick Foley's brain is now scrambled. Like the eggs I had for breakfast this morning. Barrett's got him. He's got him up. He's gone for a pump handle. Pump handle. Slam. Foley reverses Barrett and gets behind him. He's got the table again. And that table's set up outside the ring. And then the table's been taken down. Looks like Foley wasn't happy with the positioning of the table. Well, I think he's settled on it now. Barrett's got the steel steps. That's probably slightly more pressing for you, Mick. So oh no, Barrett is reversing those step shots. Foley's escaping into the ring. Big DDT on Barrett there. Foley's sliding outside the ring. And he just dismantled the table. Wonderful. Table's back up. And it's on fire again. Foley's gone back in the ring. Oh, I hope you're not thinking what I think you're thinking, Mick. Yep, it would appear Mick is thinking what I think he's thinking. Or rather he was, before Barrett scrambled his brains with that brutal, horrible, nasty punch to the face. Foley's got the hand down Barrett's throat. Barrett's down. Foley's going for the Irish whip. Barrett's on the outside of the ropes. And the table collapsed. I don't think that was Mick Foley's intention. I don't think Wade Barrett's legs were supposed to go through the table. Foley's got Barrett on a table outside the ring. He's on the top rope. He's just thrown his entire 385-pound body through Wade Barrett and through the wooden table. Barrett's unconscious, but he's got a finisher. Foley's just beating on Barrett now. Barrett with a belly-to-belly suplex. He caught Foley out of nowhere. Barrett's preparing for that bullhammer. It finished Foley off once, and it might do it again. Bullhammer elbow. Foley's knocked out. Oh my God, Foley's out cold. 1, 2, 3. Wade Barrett picks up the victory and defends the title. Mick Foley beat the hell out of Barrett, put him through a table, tried to put him through a flaming table multiple times, but that didn't go too well. Broke an electric guitar over his head, but Barrett, out of nowhere, caught Foley with that bullhammer and retained the European Championship. But this show is nowhere near its conclusion, because we've still got the tag titles, the women's title, the world title to defend. So we're going to go straight into our next match. Barrett there holding the European Championship. We'll go straight into our next match. Our next match, which is for the Women's Championship. It's Jennifer Michaels versus Natalia, and this match, ladies and gentlemen, is the first ever women's I Quit match. The first lady to cause their opponent to squeal the words "I quit" will win this contest. Justin Roberts appears to have laryngitis and can't speak. In reality, I turned him off. But it's Jennifer versus Natalia. The women's title is on the line. It's an I Quit match, and after that hardcore match, I'm sure we're going to see more weapon usage. So Jennifer's going up against Natalia, and it's an I Quit match. This one's going to be an I Quit match. Jen goes straight in with that body slam, with that throwing herself at Natalya with that crossbody. She slides outside the ring. She's aware she can use weapons, and she obviously intends to. Natalya goes down. Jen's going under the ring. She's got a chair, but Natalya takes the chair back. These two women are tussling over a steel chair, but Natalya is hit in the face with the chair. Jen throws the chair to the floor. Going for a submission on Natalya. Natalya, however, is not going to give it up that easily. This one's an I quit match, which means anything goes to get the opponent to quit, short of murdering them. Although I don't think anyone's actually tried it. Although I suppose if you shoot somebody with a handgun, they're not going to be in much of a position to say I quit. More help me, medic, or ambulance, or tell my wife I love them. But neither of these women have wives, so. Jen's got a chair, but Natalya drop kicks the chair out of her hands. Natalya spins her over and takes her down. Jen's back up. She's gone for another chair. She's got the chair. Big steel chair to the face of Natalya. She beats her across the chest. Now I'm not a woman, and I don't have breasts, but I don't think that would feel very nice across your breasts. A large steel chair. To be honest, I don't think it'd feel great on your head either. To be honest, the referee's asking Natalya, but Natalya said no. Natalya slams into Jen's face. She drops the leg on Jen's head. Jen and Natalya are brawling it out on the outside. This match has not spent very much time in the ring, and it most likely won't. Jen with another steel chair to Natalya's face. She's demanding that Natalya quits. And Natalya is saying no. Big elbow to the face there, asking her again. Locked in a submission. She's tearing at that submission. But Natalya gets the reversal and gets out of it. Big elbow to the face of Natalya. Irish whip from Jen right into the steps. Jen's got the steel steps. Those things have got to weigh about 420 pounds. Steel steps to the face. She's telling the referee to make that demand. But Natalya gets up before she can do it. Jen slid back in the ring, at least temporarily. She's under the ring. She's got her Uncle Hunter's sledgehammer. Uncle Hunter's sledgehammer to the stomach. Driving it down into the back. Big, that sledgehammer to the shoulder. And into the stomach. She's got her on her feet. Big sweet chin music. Natalya's out cold. But she's asking her. I think Natalya's gonna go. Natalya just quit. Natalya just quit. She couldn't take it anymore. The sledgehammer shots to the spine and the sweet chin music was enough for Natalya to have had enough. Jennifer wins this match and is still the women's champion. This is not the last match though. We've still got the World Championship to be defended. And we've got the tag titles on the line. Huge tag title matches next. It's Wyatt and Edge versus Undertaker and Kane. The Canadian Wolf Pack versus the Ministry. Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. Who's going to win this match and who is going to leave here tonight with the tag team titles? Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series in 1990, so that's 10, 20, 24 years ago. But here comes Kane. He's got one of the tag titles. The Undertaker's not going to be far behind him. They always come out separately because they both have awesome entrances. And of course they're going up against Wyatt and Edge, the newbies on the block. Edge returning to wrestling and bringing Wyatt with him. Some may say is a silly move on the part of the legend, but who knows? Because it's a tag team elimination tables match. The tag titles on the line. Who's going to win? Will Undertaker and Kane put Wyatt and Edge through tables, or will Edge and Wyatt put the Dead Man and the Devil's favourite demon through tables? We're going to have to find out. Wyatt and Undertaker are going at each other, and Edge and Kane. Wyatt's dropped the knee on Kane, and he swapped opponents with Edge now. Wyatt with the Irish whip on Kane. He's Irish whipped him over the top. No, he hasn't. He's trying it on the Undertaker though. Gets him into the corner. Taker's got Edge. Taker with a big bulldog there to Wyatt. There's 3 tables outside the ring, and I think there's some more under the ring as well. We've got stagehands on hand to get more tables should we need them. But this match is a tables match, and I believe it's elimination rules. Kane's going for a table, I think. Kane's got one of the tables. Edge is now back in the ring. Wyatt and Edge are both in the ring with the Undertaker. Kane's just brought a table in. Edge gets the table. Kane is planted on the table, laid flat on his back. Wyatt to the top. Goes for the body splash on Kane, but Kane rolls off the table, and Wyatt puts himself through a table. The rules state that in order to win this match, you must forcibly put your opponent through the table. So Wyatt is not eliminated in this case. But he must be more careful than that in future. Because this match is a tables match, and if he's eliminated, it'll be Edge on his own against the Dead Man and the Devil's favourite demon, who've been the tag team champions for many months. But Wyatt gets the big DDT on Kane and puts him on his back. Wyatt grabs Undertaker, Irish whips him into the corner, gets a quick spear. Wyatt seems to be going after both Undertaker and Kane. It would appear as if he's trying to defend Edge somewhat. But Undertaker and Kane are Very, very dominant wrestlers here in the company. They've won the tag titles before. That table broke as Kane was coming down towards it. It didn't go. Kane did not go through the table. So Kane is still a part of this match. Wyatt's gone over to one of those. Edge has got one of the tables and he's laid it up in the corner. Irish whip on Undertaker. Wyatt gets him, drops him on his back. Taker with a big DDT to Wyatt there. But Wyatt's back on his feet. Big reversal on the dead man. Ooh, Wyatt nearly went through that table when Taker threw him up in the air. Wyatt out of it on the floor there. Kane nearly put Wyatt through a table as well. Kane's got him up. Taker's laying Edge against the table. Wyatt needs to do something now. Taker's gone to the top rope, but Edge has moved. Edge with the spear! Did that count? Wyatt moved out of the way. Kane went through a table on his own. Again, the rules state that in order to be eliminated, you must be put through a table by your opponent. Self-inflicted table injuries do not count. Wyatt slid back in the ring with one of those tables and he's taken it over to the corner. He's leaned it in the corner. Irish whip on Kane. Wyatt's got Kane back up. Taker and Edge are going at it outside the ring. Wyatt standing over Kane. Spear! Spear! He didn't put him through the table, but he did hit Kane with that nasty spear. He's got Kane back up though. Kane gets the reversal on Wyatt when he's trying to make that comeback. Edge is out cold outside the ring. Undertaker and Edge are going at it outside the ring. Irish whip into the corner. Wyatt leans that table against the ropes. Kane's kicking at his back now. Kane's going for a choke slam. Kane's going to look to try and finish Wyatt here. He's got him up for the tombstone. He dropped Wyatt on his head with that brutal tombstone. Kane's got a table now. He's readying to try and put Wyatt through it with some sort of move. He's got Wyatt up on his feet. Irish whip into the corner table. Wyatt went through. The title's retained. It was only a 1 fall to a finish. Unfortunately for us, Wyatt has gained his first defeat here, and it's to Undertaker and Kane. Wyatt loses. He goes through the table. You can't blame him though. Taker and Kane are absolute trained pros. They're the brothers of destruction. You can't expect anything else. Wyatt and Edge, they did their best, but tonight was just not their night. And they'll have to wait maybe till next month to try to get a rematch. But we've got to go to the next match. It's a big match. It's a last man standing, and it's for the WWF Championship. It's Dolph Ziggler going up against the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. for the WWF Championship, it's going to be last man standing. The last man standing is truly the champion. This match will go with no disqualifications until one of these men is unable to stand. I want you to think about that for a moment. This match will continue not until one man pins the other, not until one man taps the other out, but until one of these two men, is incapable of standing up. Think that through, and you tell me how dangerous a match like this is when you're going up against Brock Lesnar, who likes to kill people. A match like this against Lesnar, I don't know what our general manager was thinking booking this match. Dolph Ziggler is a brilliant wrestler, but against Lesnar in this kind of match, Ziggler has got no chance. Short of an absolute miracle like lightning striking Lesnar and killing him. Because Lesnar will not stop until Dolph Ziggler can't move. And that is a terrible thought. There's no referee there. The referee's there to count the knockouts. He's not there, for example, if Brock Lesnar decides he's going to break Dolph Ziggler's arm. He's done it before. He's broken people's arms. So Brock Lesnar could well try and dismantle Ziggler here. Lesnar's got a ladder. I'm surprised Lesnar knows what a ladder is. Doesn't strike me as the DIY type. Ziggler with a big kick to the face of Brock there. Big kick to Brock. Brock goes down. But Brock Lesnar keeps getting up. That's what Ziggler does. That's what Ziggler's got to understand. Lesnar is not going to give up easy. Such as a big brutal DDT like that. Throws his arm right across the neck of Ziggler there. Into the corner. Ziggler's got him. He slams him on his front. Brock Lesnar seems to be down, but the referee hasn't started counting him yet. Because Brock's only staying down for split seconds at this point. But Brock Lesnar's back on his feet. He's got Ziggler, throws him into the corner of the arena there. Ziggler with a big kick to the stomach. Ziggler is just going for everything. He's desperate to try and beat Lesnar. And Lesnar's been kicked in the face quite a lot. Lesnar's down, I think. Lesnar's back up at 3. The referee only got to 3 before Brock Lesnar got up. He's standing on the announcer's table now. Or at least the table that used to be used for announcers. Big clothesline off the table. He reaches under, grabs a steel chair and begins putting it to use on the chest of Dolph Ziggler. And punctuates it with a big headshot. Ziggler's trash can is now being used against him by Lesnar. He's driving that aluminium can to the back of his opponent's head. Lesnar's up at 3. He's got the trash can. Ziggler's got the can now. Lesnar slides into the ring. Big kick to the gut. Big power bomb on Ziggler. 1 power bomb. 2 power bombs. 3 power bombs. He's got him up, he's going for the F5! Oh, the F5! Brock Lesnar's doing the Brock dance and he's roaring at Ziggler, who can barely move on the mat. Ziggler can barely move. And it's 9. And it's 10. Brock Lesnar wins, retaining the World Championship. And that's all we have for you tonight. This has been Saturday night's main event. Brock Lesnar is still the WWF champion. Dolph Ziggler was defeated thoroughly in a brutal last man standing match. Undertaker and Kane retained the titles, handing the first defeat to the Canadian Wolfpack. Jennifer defended the Women's Championship against Natalya. And Mick Foley lost to Wade Barrett. This has been Saturday night's main event. We'll see you next Saturday for another Saturday night's main event, because this was Survivor Series. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and comment on this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel to see next week's Saturday night's main event, going up at about 7 o'clock UK time next Saturday. Thank you guys for watching. See you then. Good night, everybody, from Survivor Series. Although they are now starting to take Savannah down a bit more. Jennifer obviously doesn't want Savannah here tonight for some reason. Or somebody doesn't want Savannah here. I assume Jennifer, because she's been known to be a close friend of these two before. And Savannah is currently getting the absolute hell beaten out of her. Oh, straight into that packing case. Oh, her head into that packing case. Savannah's getting beaten down here. She spins around, big DDT. Savannah's powerful, but 2-on-1 is numbers nobody can take, really. She's got her up. Oh no, this is it. She's gone for the go to sleep. Right onto the bare knee. Savannah Gardner looks like she's been knocked to shit out backstage. I don't know what's going to happen here, but Savannah has been knocked out backstage by the two twin daughters of Punk. So, yeah. Looks like Savannah, who made it to the arena tonight, is going nowhere but to the hospital. We're going to have to get on to the next match while the EMTs deal with Savannah, because the pay-per-view's got to go on. It's Cena versus Bubba Dudley, and John Cena's wasting no time, because I don't think Mr. McMahon pays by the hour. because he's going straight after Bubba. He takes Bubba out of that big clothesline off the ropes. My table's backstage. I still don't know why those gibbering idiots Lawler and Cole are at ringside. Well, Cena's got Bubba now. Oh, Cena's head banged off that table. Irish whip Bubba Ray onto the table. Big head bash over the top. Cena's back in the ring. Bubba Ray Dudley and John Cena going at it here. Cena rolls Bubba over, he grabs the neck and he's pulling back on those arms, but Bubba's nowhere near hurt enough to be finished here. Bubba Dudley is not ready to go yet. Cena with the big elbows. He runs across to Bubba. Bubba gets him with a big clothesline though. Rolls him over. He's got the neck, he's got the shoulders. But no, Bubba's not hurt in the... Welcome everybody to the Survivor Series. Big pay-per-view here on the channel now. The pre-show match was the Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldog and Tyler Breeze. Bulldog won by pinning his tag partner. That's weird. But we gotta quickly go to ringside. We gotta quickly get behind the commentary because apparently Savannah Gardner, who we haven't seen all month, has apparently been jumped backstage and is now currently fighting for her life against two divas who we saw last week, the two twin daughters of CM Punk. They appear to have jumped Savannah backstage, and let's find out how that one's going for them. We better find out how that one's going for them backstage, because I'm not sure that one's going to go too well. Because Savannah's an absolute warrior, and she'll probably be beating... Yep, Savannah is fighting back against these two women. She's got a disadvantage because she's on her own, and there's two of them. But they seem to have attacked her in their evening gowns, which is probably not a good idea for them. It looks like Savannah was going to be here tonight, and the two of them, and their on and off leader Jennifer did not want Savannah in the building, and so they're doing something about it. Well, trying to. As I said before, it's not particularly going very well. That was not sportsmanlike behaviour for those two women. Savannah was just coming to watch the show. She's not even booked on the show. She's coming to watch. But now we're going into a singles match. John Cena with his benefactor, Mr. McMahon, behind him, going up against Bubba Ray Dudley with his brother Devon in his corner. It recently was discovered that John Cena and Randy Orton's contracts had been bought by Vince McMahon. Well, partially by Vince McMahon and partially by Triple H. Vince McMahon and Triple H appear to have gone into business with each other. Well, again, you know, with what little money's left after WWE hit the docks. And some of their old talent, John Cena, is still loyal to Vince and has been bought by the chairman of the board. And now Vince McMahon, who is at ringside in a tuxedo, is here to, well, he's trying to take over, frankly. He's got John Cena, he's got Randy Orton, and who knows who else is going to be under his, under Vince McMahon's little regime. So far, it's just Cena and Orton. But who else could it be? I mean, here come the Dudleys. We're going to find out tonight whether one of the Dudley boys will defeat Cena, and obviously, the Dudleys are due to face off with the main event eventually. You know, they're in the #1 contendership, so light as yet. What Cena needs to remember is Bubba Ray Dudley is a big man and takes a lot of time to take out big men. Big Irish whip there from Cena. Takes Bubba, slams him on his back, runs across. Cena's back on his feet though, or rather was. Not so much anymore. Oh, Cena with the "you can't see me," but misses Bubba. Cena with a big elbow to the back of the head of Bubba Ray Dudley. Cena's just peppering Bubba with big punches to the face. Irish whip into the corner. Cena goes for that corner spear but misses. Rolls out of the way of Bubba's kick, however. But Bubba still gets control of the move. Big drop kick there from Cena. Cena saluting to Bubba there. A cocky individual. Big shoulder barge. Irish whip into the corner. Big spear. Grabs the legs. Bashes his back on the floor. He's on the top.